I said, BM, back at him. Bang, bang, back in the booth. All right, check this shit out. Ah, here we go again. I'll be watching this shit, and I just come on here and I click play, and I hear the weirdest shit. Here we go.
A lot of new information coming in right now as we take a live look at we continue to look live at the Mansfield Performing Arts Center, where the families are being reunified with their kids. 1,700 kids have now been removed from that school. They're all out of there. But what we hear now is there's arrest has been made. Timothy Simpkins turned himself in essentially with his lawyer on hand and is in the Arlington Police Department right now.
Never have heard of a situation like that after a school shooting where the suspect in this case, they said, communicated with his attorney after he fled the scene there of that school shooting, that he reported to that attorney, and the attorney then drove him to the police station where he turned himself in, and he is now in custody. 18-year-old Timothy George Simpkins is. In the meantime, let's update you on the other human costs involved here. 15-year-old boy is in critical condition at the hospital, just got out of surgery after being shot in that school shooting. We know that a pregnant woman was treated at the scene for some injuries that she may have sustained in the chaos there. A teenage girl is hospitalized with abrasions, we're told, and a 25-year-old man is in good condition. We didn't really get a lot of clarity on what his injuries were. And we're also told that students at other nearby schools who are locked in right now, not a lockdown, but a lock in or lock out, I should say, should be released soon. Those lockouts should be dropped soon. So parents of kids in those schools will be relieved to hear that as well. And they think that they have found what may be the weapon. It was a handgun, a .45 caliber, that was recovered in a street in Grand Prairie, a couple of miles away.
So it sounds like Simpkins will be charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Excuse me. So it's interesting. We haven't quite figured that out, but that would mean that 3 of those victims somehow would be involved with the victims of some sort of gun crime. So 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Turns himself in with his lawyer today. That was, we were, as you say, not anticipating that was how it was going to end, because this was a manhunt. But here he has, within the last 15 minutes, just delivered himself to the police department, and has an attorney, which is also sort of an unusual detail that we don't hear much of. A lot of praise from Mansfield ISD for the way police, as we've been hearing all day, have handled this, and the cooperation and how everyone has worked together. Very complicated and arduous. They're still doing it, and they probably will be doing this for a long time, because I guess everyone's out of that school, but they're still taking them over 5 buses at a time to release them to the parents. And as we've seen from that chopper shot from the other side of the building, long lines of parents.
We don't have to watch no more. I'm gonna stop it right there. They called it a massacre at one point. So let's say a massacre, a school massacre, school shooter. You mean to tell me this nigga 17 years old has a lawyer? I'm not gonna go into the funds I have to pay for a lawyer. I mean, he was a black child. So this nigga ran home, got a lawyered up, and then turned himself in. And y'all don't smell psyop, or y'all don't smell bullshit. I'm just saying. Well, that going on. Let's get it.